Today we have someone with us who was born in Philippines, started playing chess there, played number of times in Asian events, and from there he became world number 2 once with a rating of 28-22. He was Philippines champion. He was US champion. He won Vacancy. He won GCT. He won London Classics. He won Olympiad gold for both team and individual. He is the current Fisher Random 960 world champion. And he has defeated, if I have not mistaken, he has defeated at least 5 world champions. And above everything else, above literally everything else, a fantastic human being, humble and modest. And let's welcome none other than Wesley So.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Wesley.
Thank you, sir, for your nice words.
Well, I just stated the fact.
And that's very kind of you. Yeah, I remember we played each other also in 2018. So that was very recent, right after, and we played in Kolkata.
Right.
And and it's amazing to play such a great player. And we had such a complicated game also.
We had many fighting games. Also, when you were playing for like in Asian Championship, also I remember a couple of times we met. Guangzhou Rapid we met, and you beat me in also Vacancy 2011.
Yeah, in 2011. In 2010 I played Harikrishna in the Asian Games.
Yes, and Guangzhou Rapid I think also we played in Asian Games as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we have people are welcoming you here in the chat. I see also Setu Raman has joined. Thanks Setu for joining. As I was saying, Wesley, there is a Blitz tournament going on right now, so we won't have that many players which we normally have, but
also there are 3 tournaments going on right now.
Yeah, there is this Blitz tournament going on, and there is also Legends tournament semi-final is going on. So, Wesley, first I would like to ask you the following: that you started playing chess at a very early age, and you are from Philippines, so where we don't like just in all other Asian city, it is not like having a Soviet culture or some Soviet school. How was your journey at the young age? Who taught you? How you got into? Because you were into top 10 when you were still in Philippines, right? You reached top 10 from there.
Yeah. No, actually, it's complicated. I reached top 10 when I was living in the US.
Okay.
But I was still in the Philippine Chess Federation.
Right.
Just because they were hesitant to let me go at first.
Sure. How was your journey as a young kid? How did you learn? Who were your coaches?
Well, chess is very popular in the Philippines. It's played in every street corner, and also like people who are waiting for taxis and cabs, people who wait in line. They have mini chess sets, so the drivers play against each other. So it's a very popular game. Not many. There are only a handful who play it professionally, but it's very popular in general. Because anyone can play it. All you need is just a tiny little chess set. When I was 3 years old, my father bought this very small wooden chessboard.
3 years.
Yeah, but he didn't teach it. He didn't teach it to me until I was 6 or 7.
Okay.
And and I started playing with him, and I started playing with my sister, who was a bit older than me. She also started playing. And I remember her first moves were always H4, Rook H3 to activate the Rook.
That's how you're so good in Fisher Random.
H4, Rook H3, and then A4, Rook A3. Because they said the Rook is one of the most powerful pieces. They have to activate it right away.
Right.
But I remember I was playing with my sister. And then, as usual, there's only generally one chess player in the family, so she quickly gave up on it.
Right.
But I continued. I continued playing, and in my neighborhood where I live in Bacoor, Cavite, which is not exactly in the city, but it's close to Manila. And in my neighborhood, I would go around. I would go in basketball courts because people love playing basketball there, and I would bring my mini chess set and challenge anyone who would play.
Now I understood. I remember in Kolkata tournament, in Tata tournament, so Jeet, who was the organizer, he gave a party in his house, and there were all the players. Yeah, there were Anand, Karjakin, you, Levon. We all went there. There was only one player who brought a chess set, and that was you.
What was it, 2018?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I've been to Kolkata twice, 2018, 2019. In 2018, I brought the real chess set.
Yeah.
But in 2019, we just assumed that Git had the chess sets in his house, which he really didn't have.
Yeah. But the one in 2018, your first visit to Kolkata, you actually brought a chess set in a party, and then everybody started playing Blitz. And now I'm getting the connection that you have this habit from childhood. Yeah, you are carrying chess set everywhere.
Yeah, and challenging everyone, except I didn't have a chess. Well, also the problem with parties is that it's nice if you drink alcohol, which I don't really.
Right.
But I have to bring a chess set.
So you're bringing chess set to the parties. Fair enough.
Yeah, bring chess set to the parties, and also now that the tournament is over. I mean, Hikaru won't play Blitz with me unless the tournament's over. But now the tournament's over, anyone can play. Yeah, I remember it was a nice time. But yeah, so that's how I started chess, really, in my neighborhood. Also, I remember I had a couple of neighbors nearby who were pretty good in chess.
Okay.
I mean, for amateur level, and one of them had a chess library of around 50 or 70 chess books. So he was really serious. That guy, my friend, the neighbor. And and then as I moved on along, I went through different houses, and then I think it was around 1999 or 2000. Maybe around 2000, 2001, 2002. We started this chess group. And every time after school or during the weekends, I would visit their house and we would play. And then it'll be a group of us, like 6 people. And then we would just play and analyze chess games and read chess books.
Right.
And and that's how I pretty much started. So it really came from the bottom up.
Do you believe that? So I at some point I was thinking that since most of the Asian, they did not have this Soviet schooling, they are usually very good at tricks. Like when it comes to tactics, generally Asians are doing good because that's what was needed to survive. Do you think that you also had this ability, or you had the proper Soviet schooling and your understanding was always had a Soviet touch?
No, I don't even know what the Soviet chess school is exactly.
That's why probably you're at top.
Sorry?
No, I said that's why you reached such a high level also. Because you
probably
just did not care.
You should ask Sergei Karjakin for that, or Krumnik. But
yeah.
I mean, I've heard that the Soviet chess school is very scientific and it's step by step. So it's like to grade 1 and then to grade 2 and so on.
Right.
But I don't know exactly what it means. Because, like, do they start from the end game at first and then to the middle game?
I have no idea.
But yeah, I mean, so it's clear that I didn't have this Soviet chess school. And I remember when I was working with Vladimir Tukmakov,
right?
He said that what I'm lacking. Like Anish Giri has Soviet chess school ingrained in him. But for me, I don't even know what it is exactly.
Me neither.
Unique. Yeah, the thing is, it's probably good to know what exactly that is. But in the computer age, it's not really necessary.
Right. Right.
Because ratings reflect strength in any case.
Right. Wesley, if I have not mistaken, from the you have defeated 5 world champions.
Let's see. In classical chess, yeah, I beat
Yes.
Magnus once. I beat Fabiano. I guess is not the world
Fabinov
champion.
is not world champion yet. Yes. But Topalov,
Yeah.
Anand, Kramnik, and also you bet Kasparov in this St. Place tournament.
So we have to count Kasparov, of course, right?
Kasparov we have to count, and also I mean we are definitely going to see this game. I mean, not just beating, but the way you bet. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned Kasparov because I was bored the other day, so I was looking at old chess videos of Blitz, and one of them was when Gary Kasparov was totally winning against me in the Sicilian. With Sicilian B3, he had white, and it was like +9, +10, +11 for many moves. And then he had a knight on B6, and he suddenly pushed his pawn B7, and my rook was on A6, so I just grabbed its knight. But I don't even know why I didn't resign that game.
Right.
But yeah, so I guess I beat Carlsen, Kramnik, Anand, Topalov. I don't really want to count Blitzky, but yeah, I guess that's it. There's not so much world champions.
Right. I don't know many people who has defeated 5 world champions, so your humbleness, I'll still try to digest that. That it's a very normal result. Tell me something. What are your hobbies apart from chess? Like you play chess. Other than that, what do you do? Like when you're not playing chess.
Well, there quite a bit. Especially now with the quarantine, it's you have to find other hobbies too, right?
Okay.
I just generally do normal stuff. For exercise, I swim and I run regularly. And for pastime, I spend a lot of time with my family. We watch movies and TV shows, all kinds, Netflix, BritBox, Amazon.
Whoa.
All that.
That's quite a long list, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that's how we spend time during the weekends. Also, now my father's job has been limited to 4 days instead of 5, so he has a lot more days off. I like reading books and stuff. Right now, I'm reading the Bible actually from page 1 till the end, because I figured that in this quarantine period, it's a good time also to check on one's faith and all that, because with all the extra time, so I'm doing that, and I listen to some music, and yeah, I guess just normal pastime, nothing really professional or anything.
Right. You mentioned movies and books, so what kind of movies do you see?
What kind of movies? Well, we watch different ones. My favorite generally is action and sci-fi. We watch all the latest movies.
You watch all the latest movies also?
Yeah, but yeah. Right now we're focusing on the last week we were watching shows about the books that Charles Dickens wrote. So if you know Oliver Twist.
No.
And no, okay. But Charles Dickens is very popular writer. So right now we're watching.
Charles Dickens, I know, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he wrote about this little boy named Oliver Twist.
Okay. But I haven't read. I haven't read it.
Yeah.
You mentioned you are reading Bible, but knowing you, I know you have read it quite a lot of time. But this is something that you are starting again from page 1, right?
Yeah, well, the problem is when reading the Bible, I just jump from chapter to chapter, find the most interesting ones. So I'm not even sure if I've read every single word in the Bible. So right now I'm trying to start from page 1 and not to not to just jump around.
Right. Wesley,
Yeah.
tell, go on. I think I interrupted
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
No, I was just wondering. I was wondering if you've also read it. Or...
Again, like in bits and pieces, I have never read from page 1 to till the end. In my school also, I had a Christian school, so there also it was a part of subject. So yeah, I have read in bits and pieces, but not as a
Yeah,
whole.
yeah. I remember when we went to Kolkata, we went to the house of Mother Teresa.
Right, right.
Yeah, and she it was a very nice experience. Yeah.
Right. By the way, talking about Kolkata, do you remember like when first time you came here, we made a joke on practical joke on you. So when you came first
Wait.
time in Kolkata, we decided that
Yeah,
okay, so you are supposed to play in this flyover,
yeah,
this club, and
yeah.
we made a prank. We found we told Diptayan Ghosh, who is a grandmaster, and we told him that you have to pretend as if you are an amateur. So Wesley will not probably might not recognize you by face. So you just sit there as if you are an amateur, and you play against Wesley, and he will think he is going to win easily. So
Uh-huh.
so I have got this
Yeah, that's
photo where you are playing Diptayan Ghosh, who is a grandmaster, but of course you had no idea that he is a grandmaster. And
yeah, and like 50.
yeah, so
Yeah, yeah. I remember, yeah, that was very shocking because I was thinking, yeah, I'd win easily. I played the Dutch, win probably in 15 moves.
yeah. Well, you will get your revenge one day. I will make sure next time when you come, you get a chance to take the revenge.
Uh-huh.
By the way,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the good thing about India. You have so many strong players, and it's hard to be able to tell if you're playing against a grandmaster or not.
Sure. Yeah, and yep, in chat they're asking what happened eventually. Well, since Wesley did not know that he is a grandmaster, he was playing very casually, and by the time he got serious, he had a lost position, so he lost the game, and we did not give him a second chance to play. So
And that was my last game. Eh?
yeah, and as a result, Wesley took the revenge on me when it came to Blitz. He defeated me. So yeah, and also it was interesting that we had this Diwali celebration.
Yes.
Yeah, and okay, we also
Yeah.
played a
Yeah, it's too bad that in 2019 the Diwali was not during the time of the tournament.
right. How was your
But
experience, by the way, in Kolkata, both the times?
my experience was very good. It took a long time to get there, but once we're there, we had a great time. And it's unfortunate that there won't be one this year for necessary reasons.
Yeah,
But yeah, we had a great time. We love Indian people,
right.
and the people are very hospitable to us and very friendly, and especially the main sponsor, Gate,
Mm-hmm.
because he invited all the players to his house and prepared a lovely celebration for everybody.
Right.
So yeah, it's one of my favorite tournaments.
Wow, that is we are very glad to hear that, Wesley. Uh,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Kolkata also, like Kolkata is seems like a smaller town than Delhi, right?
well, actually, it depends. Not exactly.
Oh, because I've been to Delhi also, and it
Uh-huh.
seems like there's a lot more people in Delhi.
In India, if you can differentiate which city has more people, you are really a genius because everywhere it looks a lot of people. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I guess not. But I remember when playing in the overpass.
Mm-hmm.
That was also, by the way, how I started playing chess. Also,
Mm-hmm.
like there would be a chess club, something like that, with 2 or 3 or 4 boards, and then we'll just play there all night long.
Right, right. Wesley, at some point of your career, you moved to US. Can you tell us how, let's say, the Stanford University helped you, and how, when you moved to US, how it helped in your professional career?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a funny story because I'm gonna start in 2010
Mm-hmm.
when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
So my biological parents applied to be able to migrate to Canada, and they got accepted. So they started moving around the middle of 2010.
Okay.
And I thought there's no chess really in Canada,
Right.
and I had friends in the Philippines, so I thought I'd stay
Mm-hmm.
in the Philippines to continue with my chess career. Back then, my rating was around 2665, 2670.
Okay.
Uh, so they went, and I live in Manila. Congressman Butch Pichay, who was the president of the NCP at that time, helped me get a place
Mm-hmm.
and all that. But after a year or so of playing chess, my rating didn't really go up. Instead, it went down.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then in 2011, my goal was to try to get closer to 2700.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of getting closer to 2700, it went down to 2660.
Okay.
So I wasn't really making much progress.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided that I should go to a university,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember that Susan Polgar had an offer of a scholarship
Okay.
back then. So I talked to my friends, and everyone decided that it's best for me to go to university and go to a chess university so I can manage both.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made the decision, and 2012 Susan invited me, and so I took the exam, I passed, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And that year also they were moving from Texas Tech to Webster University, which is in St. Louis, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, yeah, even better. Who wants to live in Texas, right? But yeah, so in 2012, in middle 2012, I went to Webster. Did all that as a student. I was 18 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a rating of around 2650, 2652.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I played the Olympiad that year. Uh, if you remember, 2012, the Philippines did very well in the Olympiad. I think we finished in the top 20
2000.
something.
This is 2010. Yeah. Contimansik, Siberia.
No, 2000. I'm talking about 2012 now.
2012 is Turkey. Yeah.
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Yeah,
Yeah. Istanbul. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. In 2012 Olympiad, the Philippines did very very well. I
Mm-hmm.
think
Mm-hmm.
we finished in the top 20 or top 25.
Right.
But yeah, I was already living in the US at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I had missed 2 weeks of classes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was 18 years old back then, and I didn't really think that I would have a chess career because
Mm-hmm.
I was 2650 and then top 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but then I think my time in Webster helped me a bit because we had many grandmasters. Our team consisted of George Meyer, Ray Robson, me, and we had Fidel Corrales and Manuel Leon Hoyos. And they were both 2600 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we also had many other master players. We had Anatoly Baikovsky
Mm-hmm.
from Israel. So I think the time I spent there playing Blitz and having a trainings helped a lot
Mm-hmm.
to increase my rating. So in after that, after 6 or 7 months, my rating went from 2650 to 2700,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I had the idea that maybe I can be better in chess.
Right.
Yeah. My switching of the federation didn't come until much later. I first had the idea to switch federations. When was it? I think at the end of 2013. Let me just put the dates. See, 2013. Received an invitation from the Philippines to participate for them in the World Universiad, which was in July of 2013 in Russia, Kazan. So there's not much money there, but I decided to play anyway to represent Philippines and also Webster. And it was a very strong tournament. It had a couple of 2,700 players. It had Dmitry Andreikin. It had Li Chao. Had a lot of 2,600. So I didn't expect to win. I was only seeded number 3,
right,
or seeded number 2. But for some reason, I started well. But then I had this disaster against Robert Hovhannisyan, where I had a winning position, but I completely messed it up.
Are you having chess base on? How you're able to tell?
Sorry?
That? No, I'm asking how you're able to tell all these things so clearly. Like with whom you lost?
I just typed it on Google.
Okay, yeah.
Just one of it.
Very convenient.
Yeah, so actually that World University Games was the one which helped me decide to switch federations. So that was a crucial turning point of my career, actually.
Right.
Because it was a very strong tournament with lots of 2650s. Yeah, Sugirov, Alexei, Matlakov. And for some reason, I ended up with 6.5 out of 9. With 8 other players. But in that tournament, they do it by tie breaks. And my tie breaks were exactly the same as Andreasyan's. We were the 2 highest.
Okay.
So if my tie break 3, if my Sonnerberger was half a point lower, then I wouldn't have been able to fight for first place.
Right.
But for some reason, my tiebreak was the same exactly as him. So we had to play a blitz playoff, which I'm very used to at that time because I was playing every day.
Right.
Yeah, and so I managed to win that very crucial game, and I ended up getting gold. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but winning the gold was the best thing that happened to my life because Philippines has this rule where if an athlete wins a gold medal on any standardized event, then they should get 1 million pesos.
How much it is in dollars? Like when we are talking
around 22,000.
Okay.
Which at that time was higher because
right.
it's 2013.
Right. So you got that?
No, I didn't. That's the point.
Because of this tie break.
Sorry?
Because of this tie break or no?
No, I got the gold medal, but they didn't give me the money.
Why? Because you are staying in US.
No, I don't know why.
Okay, no comments. No comments on that
no.
part. Nothing to say.
Yeah, so exactly. So I think I should have gotten it, but Philippines didn't. Like the Chess Federation didn't do anything to submit it, and in the end, I didn't.
Right.
Get them, which I should have.
Right.
That's actually the reason that convinced me to switch chess federations.
Right. And once you reached at the absolute elite level, you were there for quite some time, and then there was a moment when you started winning tournaments after tournament, be it Vacancy, be it London Classics, be it Ranches Tour, and then this 960 being world champion of 960. There was a phase when you were also unbeaten for like, I don't know, 70 games or probably much more. I don't recall exactly how many. But I remember there was a streak when you were winning every single tournament almost that you were playing.
Yeah, I had a non-beaten streak for 67 games.
67.
But I had this very good period of, I think it's around a 10-month period, starting in August 2016 until May 2017. I had this very good period. The thing also, I was working on chess nonstop at those times. So I was working on chess a lot, and also I was working with Vladimir Tukmakov at that point. Not that I'm sure exactly what the reason is, but I was working on chess a lot at that point. I was playing also nonstop. And in the end, I think it kind of overburned me. Like, I think in the end, I was overworked.
Right.
And you know how if you work a lot on one thing, sometimes you lose your love for the game.
Yeah, it's very much possible.
So there also needs to be a balance. Yeah. Yeah, I had this very good 10-month period where also we won the Olympiad and all that. But in the end, it wasn't sustainable. Now I'm trying to bring my old form back, but it requires a lot of work, like non-stop work, kind of. So
when you say you're working a lot and it requires non-stop work, can you tell us like what is your typical routine? Like what is your typical routine when you are preparing for a tournament, let's say?
So generally I prepare intensely 2 or 3 weeks before the tournament. It's not exactly the same every single day, but
of course.
Yeah, but I would be working on chess for I don't know for how long, 6 hours a day. So I guess I'd wake up in the morning and start with the chessboard. Yeah, and then work on my opponent's games. I kind of dissect how other top players play and all that. And basically just be work for the entire day. So I guess it's mostly just dissecting other top players' games, analyzing best games, analyzing the classics, all that.
Do you see classics?
Yes, I do. The old players' games are some of my favorite games. Like, for example, So-Kasparov has some of the most beautiful games in the world. But also Anatoly Karpov, who is quite underrated, in my opinion.
You know, the other day... No, I was saying that in the other day I was going through some of your games, and in one annotations, you mentioned that I remember this game. This is your game against Radoslav Wojtaszek. You're playing in Vacancy, which you analyzed in CBA, and you wrote at some point that Anatoly Karpov was coming for closing ceremony, and you have seen every single game of Anatoly Karpov, and you wanted to win this tournament. So this is how it was written. I was very impressed, like how much one is devoted.
I think Lotis helped me write that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen every single one of Anatoly Karpov's games, but he's definitely my favorite player of all time.
Right.
Just the way he plays chess and just the practical way of his nature.
Right.
But it's quite sad that I can't play like Anatoly. Because he's definitely one of the all-time greats. What I like about him is he's very purposeful, and he knows exactly what things to work on.
Right.
So yeah. Also, I want to mention, I also look at the games that you annotated.
I annotated.
On that you annotated, yeah, Mega Database.
Okay, that's very that's very nice to hear. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, actually, like one of my favorite annotations of yours was your win against Lek Wang Liam in 2016.
This Asian Championship.
Yeah.
You know who is the person who got most benefit out of this? That person is right now in the chat. That is SPC. Who was most benefited by when I defeated Lek Wang Liam? Who was most benefited? It was Sethuraman because he won the championship, Asian Championship. He defeated Wei on top board. I defeated Lek Wang Liam on second board, and he won the championship.
Yeah.
So this is very. Yeah, but Lek Wang got his revenge in the last Asian where I needed a draw to win the championship, and this time he defeated me. This was in Philippines, by the way.
Last year? Oh, 2019?
2019, I think, yeah. 2019, Lek Wang defeated me when I needed a draw to win the championship. So, yeah, that was also a very interesting game.
Yeah, I didn't follow 2019, but yeah, in 2016, you won with black, and Sethuraman also with black in the in that team.
Right.
But that was actually one of my favorite annotations, and you both won with the Semi-Slav, yeah.
Semi-Slav, yes, yeah. Sethu is writing. Sethuraman is writing. Sethuraman is writing irony. I also needed a draw. It seems Lek Wang also defeated me. Defeated him in one of the Asians when he needed a draw. So we have the feeling is pretty much mutual.
Yeah, at least you managed to beat him in 2016.
Right.
In the championship. Yeah, next time. Yeah, next time when you needed the draw, just try to ensure it.
I will. Wesley, before.
Yeah, but I like your annotation on that game. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to mention, I like your annotation on that game because on move 38, you thought he was going to resign or something.
This is such a.
But then your king went to h6, and then you were like, "Where is this king going?"
Yeah, exactly. It was such an easy win, and then I complicated it, and then it became really complicated rook endgame. Wesley, two things I wanted to mention here. Like for me, it's very difficult to imagine you without this person, Lotis Key, who takes huge care and who has equal passion. If you could talk a bit about her. I have also invited her to join the show tomorrow. So
yeah, she's
joining. Yeah. So if you could tell a bit about her, her influence in your life and how she supported you.
Yeah. So the funny part is that Lotis and I, we share the same background because she's also from the Philippines. I mean, she's born in California because her father is American, but her mother is Filipino. But she grew up in the Philippines, so we had this same idea. And also, her husband is Filipino. So I actually first met her in middle 2013 when I was still in Webster, and I was invited to play a tournament in Minnesota, which was just a weekend 2-3 day tournament. But the house I was staying in, his name was Andy Hartilosa. He was also a Filipino, and he has written a chess book. But I was staying with them, and he invited Lotis and her family to dinner.
Right.
That was actually where I first met them. And I thought I'd never see them again, but just the night before leaving, I met them in another dinner just by accident.
Right.
And then we exchanged contacts and numbers and emails. And that's when our relationship grew deeper, because I also started coming to Minnesota to visit Abigail, who's her daughter. So that's where it started. And yeah, at that point I wasn't sure exactly what to do with my life as a profession, and so Lotis convinced me that going professional in chess is a good idea, and we might as well test it.
Well, thanks to her.
Yes, I can't thanks to her because she managed to convince me that going professional in chess is not a bad idea. Because if you think about it, it's very difficult to become a chess professional. There are a lot of things that are needed to come into place. For example, even like Veselin Topalov, he needed his manager to do well. He needed Silvio Danailov. Or like even Magnus, he needed his entire family's support in order to make it.
True.
So it's funny. It's been 5.5 years now since I became a chess professional, but just how fast time flies.
True.
But yeah, she's joining tomorrow.
She's joining tomorrow. I'm very, very happy about that. Before we move to the chess part, I want to show some games to the audience. Two things that I got from Lotis actually. I would like to show to the audience. I got to know you are a animal lover. So is this your cat?
Yeah, those are my two cats. They're still alive. I can bring them.
Bring, please.
Yeah.
All right, we're waiting for Wesley to bring his cat. His cats, actually. He said 2 cats. Yes, Setu. I mean, whenever I spoke with Wesley, I'm also going to ask him, like, such an humble and modest person he is. This is very rarely, I mean, imagine, I mean, he has won like every top tournament, but still so modest and humble. Oh, what's his name?
His name is Zanzibar. Like the African country. Because Zanzibar is a Burman cat. He was born in 2002. And Lotis told me that Burman cat's name always starts with a certain letter per year.
What does that mean? Sorry, I did not get it.
So like in 2002, if the Burman cat is a male, his name has to start with a Z.
Right.
So that's why we chose Zanzibar.
So cute.
Thank you. He's 18 and a half.
He's 3.5.
18 and a half.
18 and a half, right. Super cute.
So, yeah, and he loves people. So, if you come and visit Minnesota one day,
I would definitely. And like Lotis sent me some pictures of the yard, the garden which you have, and it's very tempting. Next time when I'm in US, I will definitely make a point that I visit you.
Yeah. Minnesota is actually nice, and also we're far away from the rioting, because the rioting happens in the city, and we're like 30 miles away.
Yeah. There is also another picture which I got from Lotis showing the other side of Wesley. People don't get to see such photos in general, and look at this. What is going on here?
Yeah, this is the first picture was from 4 years ago, and just fooling around in the car.
Okay, and the second one looks like you won something. Sorry.
Yeah, I won. I won the tournament in Belgium, 2018. Because the funny part is, it was the Grandchester Rapid and Blitz, and I lost my last 2 games.
Right.
So I lost to Mamidirov, and then I lost to Nakamura. But when I lost to Nakamura, the 3 other players who were chasing me also lost.
And you eventually won. So you were following the game, and then you are like, yay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I lost. And then I saw that everyone lost.
Yeah. This reminds me of Magnus qualifying for, when was it? Magnus lost to Swidler, and then Kramnik lost to Ivanchuk, in candidates.
Yeah, Magnus.
Or did
Magnus lost to No. Magnus lost to... Who did he lose to?
I thought Swidler and Kramnik lost to Ivanchuk. But
Yes.
yeah, London candidates. Yeah.
Was it Swidler? Yeah, I guess he lost to Swidler.
I think it was Swidler, but I could be wrong. Yeah, people are saying yes. They are saying yes.
Oh, the Swidler.
Right.
Kramnik got it.
Yeah. So, shall we look at some of your games and positions?
Yes, please. Yeah, would love to.
Okay. So, basically, just to show, hang on, I have to change it here. Yeah, so the audience can see it here, and we'll be seeing it here, so you can see the notations. So the first game, I did not, normally, since there are not enough time to go through all the games, I select some positions, but this particular game I wanted to show from beginning. It's a blitz game, but against Garry Kasparov. Wesley, was it your first meeting with Garry, or you played a few games before also?
No, this tournament was my first meeting with him. And he won the first game, and he was winning the second game, but I escaped with a draw. I think this was the third game.
This was the third game. Very rarely, I mean, even in blitz, very rarely I have seen Kasparov getting crushed like this.
Yeah, I think after bishop e2, he probably should take on f3 and then knight c6.
Right, right.
And you get d4 square. But he played nice. Knight c6. And this was all over the board inspiration after knight bd2.
Yeah, and I mean, if I would not know who is white, who is black, and if I had to tell after watching the game, I would have said white is Kasparov, because it is so much in his style.
Yeah, use their own strength. Yeah, and I think he had to play knight f6 instead of f6.
To give it, yeah, and then to somehow...
Yeah, and then
just to castle, yeah, like give the pawn and castle maybe.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, because yeah, because f6 doesn't work.
Yeah, after this it looked catastrophic, and the way you finished, I was seeing actually this game live. Pretty much everybody was seeing this live, because Kasparov's coming back to, even if it is for blitz, coming back to chess, it was very attractive. Yeah. I remember you were also playing extremely fast. It was not like moves were also very natural for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to get the time trouble again.
Yeah, there is no way to castle.
Yeah, here black is just lost.
Just lost, yeah. And I also like the finish. I wanted to start with this game because this is also for a blitz. It's a very high standard game as well.
Yeah, I think I made some mistakes earlier in move 13 or something, but other than that.
So when you took knight c5, you obviously saw bishop a4, and there is no way to defend this, right?
Yeah. No, because the funny part is, even if he didn't play b5, I probably would have taken on e5.
So this was literally asking for it.
Like, even if he played a5, I think knight e5 wins. Big idea. And then bishop b5.
So b5 was not to let you forget that you are supposed to take anyway.
And he just gave up a pawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, there's no better person to do this than on Garry, because he's a legend.
Sure. But I mean, also to win like this against him is yeah, it's fantastic.
You should see also the one where he blundered the knight. That was pretty bad too.
Yeah, I will definitely show that. Yeah, this is the game I was talking about. So here you were white against Wojtaszek, and it was very important game for you also, yeah, like to win the championship.
Yeah, because this basically sealed my first place in Waikanse, this game.
Right, right.
Because if I beat Radoslav, I think I would be leading by 1 point.
And this was also your first vacancy victory, right?
Yeah, my only.
Only vacancy victory, sure. Only vacancy victory.
Yeah, I assume there won't be a vacancy next year. So.
I was talking to Jeroen and he said there might be. Rather, there will be, but the format will be probably some kind of different. But yeah, like now we don't know, which tournament will take place and which is not.
Yeah, but the BL tournament was a success, right?
It was a huge success.
No one got sick.
Yeah. So Bishop B4, I assume it was a part of preparation.
Yeah, Bishop B4 was, but not Knight takes B4.
Ah, okay, that's surprising to hear. But yeah.
I mean, it's Knight B4.
Right. And you saw the following trick with B4 from here, right? If I get correctly, right?
Yeah. Because otherwise I'm worse if I don't have B4.
Yeah, I mean, if in this position, if you don't have B4, then you are simply, black is doing totally fine.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see that this particular pin you will be using twice in this game.
Yeah, the second one is just winning.
Yeah,
later on.
Is just winning.
But he could have equalized with Bishop E6 concretely.
Here, right?
Instead of 7.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't give me time to be able to play Knight D.
Right. And somehow it's just on time.
Yeah.
When he played Queen E7, actually there was also a Karpov touch. Like I can probably even ask the audience if they can find the move here. There is a Karpov touch here in your game also. Here it's white to play. Okay, Setu, you can still say the move. Setu is saying he knows. Yeah, I mean, I understand. This is it's a famous game. Mostly people will know. And also, Wesley, as you can see in the chat, people are saying that chess-based stream was announced very late. I think not happy to miss it, but Surya stream is great. And apparently, Adivan lost to Pragnananda. That's what they are updating me. And meanwhile, Setu says yes, Rook E1. Yeah, Rook E1 is a fantastic move.
Yeah, because here saves the tempo. Like if you play H3, Bishop S3, ES3, then your Rook is missing on D1.
Right. So it's a multi-purpose move. And also if Bishop F3 happens and then our Rook is on better place.
Yeah, and he's gonna play E4. Then B5.
And now you...
Yeah, this was a very efficient game.
Lovely game, and in such a crucial, and Radek is like, okay, so he was 2750 at this point. He's a very strong player. So
yeah, he is, yeah.
To win on demand like this, and at this, in such a style.
Think.
Pretty much forced, yeah, everything is pretty much forced, yeah.
Yeah.
So he has to take. And it's like, what I like about this game is everything is move to move. Like starting from knight b3, okay, he plays knight d7, and from here, okay, takes. Black must take. Black has to take. And even here, black would be fine if his king was not on g8.
Oh, if it was on h7, right?
Yeah, let's say if it was on h7, he could simply take. But there is no time.
Right, he could take my knight. Yeah.
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 And even here, and the pawn is queening. Resign.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I put f4.
Sorry?
I'm not sure why I inputted the variation f4.
Yeah, I mean this is just winning anyway.
But probably wins also.
Yeah. I'm sure you remember this game, and I'm sure along with Setu, many other people have seen this game live. This was played in Norway in the Stavanger tournament, 2018. Wesley was playing against Magnus. Wesley, can you explain like how you came to the following move? Like the move which you played in this position. What was your thought process here?
Well, white is a pawn up,
Mm-hmm.
and my bishop is very strong. He doesn't have any counterplay on the d file or on the e file,
Right.
and his only hope lays in the opposite colored bishops because he's a pawn down. So
Correct.
I figured his next move would be f5 to try to set up a light squared blockade.
Right.
And if I bishop f7.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I played g4. And also it's a no-brainer because all the squares are defended
Sure.
on the king.
Sure.
So f6, f4, and here it's just advancing the pawns.
And this was a blunder?
Yeah, I think so, because later he will play a5 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's too slow.
And when I was watching this game, suddenly it felt like, okay, things can get a little bit complicated here. But you found a very, very concrete way.
Yeah, actually g takes f6 is stronger, and then b5. But I think I missed b5.
But you played b5 only with g6.
Oh, only with g6.
Yeah. So you could also do the same thing with gf6, right?
Yeah, gf6 and then b5.
Right.
It's 2 pawns. Yeah.
Yeah, just completely crushing.
Yeah, because his bishop is not doing anything.
Yeah. You know, when I was seeing this g4 and the way you play, it also reminds me one of your old game, this pawn push on the same side. It was here. This is from 2011 in Delhi, India, against Sasikiran.
Yeah, this was actually one of my best games.
It's a very nice game, and it's very original also, I must say. And to the audience also, I will say, pay attention to how Wesley, opens up the position.
It's how to beat Sassy. Yeah?
How to beat Sashi.
But I think he can get his revenge very quickly later on.
B4, A4.
But the funny part is that he played the classical Sicilian, which I never expected from him.
Mm-hmm.
And he just got a very bad position right from the opening.
Right.
Yeah, so knight b3, so f5 is desperate.
Yeah, you're just completely opening up the queen side.
Yeah, and I like my next couple of moves, bishop f1 and bishop g1.
Yeah.
They're both very...
Actually, today I was analyzing with Hari his Fisher random games today afternoon. And he also had a moment where he had a bishop on d3 and e3, and his moves were like bishop g1 and bishop g1.
Yeah, the thing with bishops, they're just as good as far away as compared to the center.
Right. Beautiful. Yeah, it's very pity that all the players are... we are missing all the players who are playing this Blitz tournament, because I know they would have also loved to see it live. But I'm sure they will catch up eventually.
Yeah, and we'll do this again tomorrow.
We'll definitely do this again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's say, looking at this position, this particular position from the start, who would know? You will get to, like, you will be able to eliminate every single file out there.
Yeah. Yeah, b4, a4 was very nice. And also he had some rook e2 ideas, but none of them worked. No?
Yeah. There is just no time.
Yeah, I remember this was my first game from Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
And it just inspired me to play chess better. But then I think I lost the very next day.
Against whom?
Who did I lose to? I'm not sure very next day. I think I lost to Negi and to Lasnika in the tournament.
Right. The next game I selected was against Anand. This is from London Classics. This one you won, right? 2017 London Classics you won, no?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if I remember, this was it his birthday?
11 December. Yeah, this was his birthday for sure.
Yeah, and I didn't even know. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's many of the games. Like, okay, while selecting your games, of course, there are so many, and it's impossible to cover within a few hours. Also, many of the players actually helped me as well. They had their own preference. I also had some preference. So it was very difficult task to filter which games to show. There are so many great games. This one I chose because to be able to win against someone like Anand from such an, if I may say, like such an equal position, I think it also shows a class.
Yeah, yeah. I think like in the opening after I equalized, Bishi was still trying to get something, but at this position he was just trying to make a draw, and I think he figured that he could make a draw easily.
Right. And
But
clearly,
then he was,
you wanted to keep chances. Like if you take here, it's also a draw, but you wanted to keep
yeah,
some chances.
yeah, because I had 8 draws in the tournament. So
Okay. And just one
yeah,
mistake, yeah.
yeah. The funny part was also I was trying so hard to win against Sergey the day before with the
Mm-hmm.
white pieces,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't break through. And I didn't expect to win with black against Anand, so I thought I would have 9 draws.
Right. And yeah, Anand missed one perpetual here. I see in the chat also people are saying yes, this was the perpetual. I think he missed that he could
Ah,
take knight b6
yes. Yeah, this
because
was enough for a draw
yeah, because finally there will be a perpetual with
with queen
queen
c8.
c8, queen f5.
Yeah, knight b6. Yeah, I don't remember. I think we both missed it.
Right.
I didn't see it. So in fact, knight takes c3 wasn't a mistake.
Okay, so at least practical, no?
Yeah. And here he could still play queen d7, but I think he didn't he lost hope at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's
This was
fine.
actually my first win, yeah, against Bishi.
This was your first win against Vichy.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I didn't know this. And this game again reminds us of another game. Uh, just to show. No, not this one. Hang on. I didn't mean this one.
Oh, this one.
Yes. Yes, this one. Wesley, who wins from this position?
Sorry?
I said, who wins from this position? How did you trick? How it's okay.
Well,
Yeah, to the audience, this is in 2012. Wesley is black. He is playing.
yeah.
He is playing in Asian Championship against Dao Thien Hai, who is a grandmaster from Vietnam.
Uh-huh. And yeah, I think Tao Tianhai is a very, very solid player. He used to be 2600
Of course.
many years ago. But now his rating got lower. But he doesn't mind going for a draw with either color.
Yes, yes, yes. Of
Like
course.
I played him many times. In 2006, he offered a draw. 2007, he offered a draw. So he's like draw Tianhai.
But I was amazed when I look at this game. I think it was by the way, I think it is
No.
Kidambi who sent me this game. So and when I looked at this, I was like, wow.
No, the funny part is that having the pawn on a3 hurts him later on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
We can score.
he just made one mistake, I think.
No, yeah, a6, rook e1. No, he thought that I was going to repeat moves.
Yes, yes. Yeah, this is psychological. Yeah, like okay, he plays rook e1, play rook c8, he plays rook c1, expecting
Draw.
this draw, but rook c1 is a blunder. So tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, he thought I was gonna repeat moves.
And after this, it's already not easy, yeah?
Yeah, because he loses a pawn.
He loses a pawn because this king pawn endgame is lost.
Yeah.
He simply doesn't have enough moves. Like
yeah, a4, a5, right?
Yeah, a4, a5.
and then you swang him because we have
No.
b6 8.
Wait, but at least I will try to gain one tempo here. I guess you will.
No, but
no, you will still play this
but
because you'll play b5 and then you have two tempos, no extra.
yeah, and if king b4, king d4, king a5, king d3,
a6,
or no?
b5. No. This we cannot allow then. Then we cannot play b5.
So we can't play b5.
So.
But I think a5, a4, and f5 wins. And g3, f4, or g3, g4. What?
Yeah, but also like now we have one extra move, so there is no way he is going to gain two tempos here.
Yeah. So this is totally winning.
Yeah.
And then king e5, king f4, the fastest.
Beautiful. This is about.
No, but
yeah, tell. Please.
Sorry.
No, please tell. You are saying something.
Yeah, but it's so funny that he thought I would repeat moves.
Yes.
He just went very quickly.
It is.
I think he didn't even write the move on his score sheet. He just went rook c1. Yeah.
Wesley, it's not just end game. I have seen you winning games in like openings, just preparation, and beating some very strong players. Let's say this game, for instance. I think you were winning in like what? Again, as black. Sorry. In like 10 moves, you were winning against Nepomniachtchi in vacancy, who is like 27-67 at that point.
Yeah, I remember the days when I beat Nepo like 4 times in a row in classical chess.
And this is also when you were 2800, 2808. Were you prepared here? I'll be very surprised if you say you are prepared throughout.
No. The thing is, he played bishop g5. He played the Tormpovsky before, earlier in the tournament. But I didn't expect that he would play d takes c5 and e4.
I haven't seen this actually. I mean, I haven't seen this dc5 e4 idea before this game.
Yeah, Setterman asked if it was a blunder. I think castling long was the blunder. He got too ambitious.
I'm trying to understand what he missed. He must have missed bishop b7. Because, okay, queen a2, he must have seen this. And if bishop d7, okay, he takes and we cannot play here. So knight b d7, c6.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he
missed bishop b7. Because probably he was counting on this and I don't know, some kind
knight
of knight b3, yeah?
Yeah. And then my queen is trapped.
Yes.
Or headline.
Yes.
So maybe he missed bishop b7.
Yeah.
But also he had a few losses in this tournament, so.
Right.
So, yeah, bishop b7. Now it's just lost.
Yeah, now it's just lost. Yeah, rest of the game is not so important because completely winning. You had a very interesting game. I actually could not imagine somebody could fall for this. But yeah, this is against Ivanchuk.
Yeah, this was very nice too.
Like at some point I thought pretty much everyone knew this because it also came in various articles and I never imagined that this will happen at a top level game. And you got to show. No, because this was in... yeah, please tell.
Maybe Ivanchuk doesn't read the new inches.
Exactly. It's possible. He simply just missed it. Because it's well known that 95 we cannot take.
Yeah.
You found this idea on your own or you read it somewhere?
No, I knew it already.
You knew it already.
Who was it? I think Annie and Jan Gustafsson also wrote about this. Oh, Jan Gustafsson played it.
Yeah.
But maybe Vasily is too busy playing checkers. Yeah, now, rook a6, d4. Yeah, I think rook f6 is not even the best move, but it's good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough. You're just you're completely killing.
Yeah, but somehow I think
Mm-hmm.
players from the older generation, not everyone reads chess publications. You know, like I think from the not many people read the yearbook, for example.
Right, right.
Like I don't think Vichy reads any of those garbage, or not garbage, but I don't think he reads
Right.
any chess publication.
Yeah. People are writing here, I see in the chat, about Tore, who is a grandmaster. He has played with Karpov and many other legendary players. Wesley, you must have seen Eugene a lot.
Yes.
What is your impression? How was he when you were young? You must have spent more time with Eugene than any of us.
No, Eugene Torre is a gentleman. He's a fine human being. Actually, he was the team's coach in my first international event in 2003 in the World Youth.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the team's coach for the kids, and he came with a laptop. And that was the first time I've seen a chess laptop.
What was your rating?
In 2003? Probably around 2100.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have nothing but good things to say about Eugene. He's a very talented player. He's one of Asia's best. I think he was the first Asian grandmaster. Right?
Yes, of course.
And so he's well respected. The thing is, though, I think he should have left the Philippines like me if he wanted to proceed further with his chess.
Correct.
But he stayed, and he's had some good results. But he didn't have the right exposure or training, I believe, to be one of the world's best players. But he still plays, or maybe not anymore. He won the bronze medal in the 2016 Olympiad.
Of course, I mean, and he showed some fantastic performance in that Olympiad.
Yeah, so I played Eugene many times. His highest FIDE rating was 2560. And I won in an exchange slab, actually, back in 2009. That was also a nice game.
Right.
But
talking about, you said Eugene is a very nice and humble person. Talking about that, you are one of the nicest and modest person I have met. And you know, like I always wanted to ask you, like when you are playing chess, I always felt that you are enjoying, you are playing out of joy, and there is no you know, like aggression or rudeness ever in. I never saw you getting very angry or behaving in a rude way. But when it comes to game, you are able to play very sharp game. You are able to play very aggressive game. Your thoughts on this? Like by nature, you are such a nice human being, but when it comes to game, you are capable of playing very aggressive also.
Well, I think it's similar to what Vichy. I think he and I have the same passion. We both love chess a lot. Like, for example, with Vichy, he doesn't have to play chess. He has all the money in the world. He has all the accolades in the world that he could get. But he still plays chess because he loves the game. He loves the sport. Right. It's one thing if you're playing for money. It's another thing if you're playing because you love the game. And I know the saying, they say there are no nice guys in chess because you're like Bobby said, you're either a winner or you're a nice guy. But Bishi and I, we both love the game so much, so that's what keeps us going. At the same time, chess requires a lot of dedication and a lot of time and a lot of hours. So without that love of the game, it's very difficult to continue further. And in the last few years, I've always liked analyzing positions, calculating, thinking for myself. So in a way, when I'm playing chess in a tournament, it's doing the thing that I like the most, and it's very very helpful in a way. So you're not forced or you're not in a rush, but you're just doing what you're doing at home. You train before tournament, and then you try to give your best chess.
Right.
And I feel like chess really requires this dedication, and without dedication, there's no way to get better or to have good results.
Absolutely, absolutely. In the chat, people are talking about your Fischer random bishop a1, bishop h8 move. I just wanted to let the audience know that Wesley also made a course on I think it is on Chessable, and it's about Fischer random. Do check this, guys. It's very interesting. Wesley, how difficult it is to make something, some kind of course in Fischer random, because there are no fixed positions. How did you make a course out of this?
Yeah, basically the same chess principle still applies. So all the rules and all the principles are still the same in Fischer random as in regular position chess. It's still the same pieces and the same tactics.
Right.
With the course, I focus on how I got to winning the title and the steps needed to get there.
Right.
But I think, like, I always say that chess 960 is like regular chess without the opening theory. So it's basically still the same game. It's just you'll have to memorize the first 20 moves.
Right, right.
Personally, I find it more fun and interesting because instead of just memorizing moves and repeating theory, you're creating something out of nothing.
Yeah. And so you don't when this Fischer random tournaments are taking place, when they give the position, do you analyze with computer or not at all?
Well, it depends on the rule of that tournament. In Norway, it was allowed to use a computer.
Right.
So we'd have minutes break. We had 10 minutes before the game. And if our game finishes earlier, we'd have even more time. But in some tournaments, like in St. Louis, for example, you're not allowed to use any engine, or even your coach is not allowed to use anything at all.
Right. And I remember there was this very funny incident with Swidler and Kasparov. They were analyzing, and only later Kasparov found out that Swidler arranged the position in a wrong way. So they were analyzing a wrong position altogether.
And they were analyzing for 20 minutes, right?
Yes.
And then Hikaru pointed out they had the wrong one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, it remains to be seen if Fischer random will become more popular. But right now, I think everyone who's tried it has enjoyed it substantially.
Right. Wesley, how do you cope up with your loss and failures?
How do I cope when loss? Just try to be better the next time. I think lately I haven't been coping with it as well, but generally I try to play 10 times better in the next game and to fight harder. It requires a lot of discipline because especially in the middle of a long tournament, you don't really have time to recover or to analyze your losses. So it requires definitely a lot of discipline. But if you can control yourself to forget about that game and move on to the next one and try to play 10 times better and try to fight 10 times harder, then that should be good. Also, I think everyone should save their games, especially classical games, to save it in a database or in a file so that you can learn from your losses. Because if you don't save your games, then you can just very well keep on losing and losing and losing without really learning from your experience. So I think it will be good for everyone to save their games and to learn from their experience and to try not to make the same mistake again. Because most players have a pattern, I would say, of how they usually win their games or lose their games. So in order to get the maximum results, I think you should know yourself very well. Yeah, so I believe in my prime 2016, 2017, I was coping very well with my games and to take one game at a time and then to move on to the next round and try to be better than the last game. So
right.
that was how I was doing with it. But in a long tournament like Waikansei, where tournament runs for 18 days, it's not so easy to deal with losses.
And in general, like whenever I saw you playing, whenever I follow your game, for me it's very difficult to get what is exactly your style, because you play every position at such a great strength that one cannot distinguish that, so Wesley is a very strategic player or attacking player or combinative player. But you said you have seen a lot of Karpov games or Kasparov games. What do you how do you think the style develops? How do you think this playing style develops for each player?
Well, I think playing style starts when a player is very young, right?
Right.
Like, I don't know. Kramnik says that when he was young, he studied book about Capablanca and that Capablanca's best games, and that's where he got his style. But yeah, it's hard to explain exactly how a player develops his style.
Do they change?
Yeah,
Like, would you consider that your style has been constantly changing?
yeah, it's definitely changed compared to when I was a teenager.
Right.
Because in the beginning of my career, I was playing all E4 open Sicilians. I was playing the Sicilian with black and with white.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play the Najdorf also, actually, but now I'm just bad with it.
Well, I was at some point I realized our black repertoire are almost identical. At some point I saw exactly what you play in Catalan, exactly what you play against C4, against Knight F3, against D4, against E4. At some point everything was matching. So
Oh,
yeah, it was very interesting to spot. Like
what year was it?
like Catalan, you were going this Bishop E7, DC4 for a long time. The close Catalan, yeah, Bishop E7, Castle DC4, and then then like in Berlin or in Nimzo, like pretty much everywhere it was matching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the hard part about for me for about high level chess. It's like there are not so many good choices of openings with the black pieces. I mean, I don't want to play like Berlin or boring stuff, for example, but sometimes you have to in order just to survive the opening.
Right. What is Setu saying? Setu is saying World Sub Junior Olympiad where Wesley hardly used 30 minutes on his clock. I don't know which game he is talking about.
From 2000, what year was that? 2006?
Uh-huh.
Wait, did Setterman play in 2006 Junior Olympiad?
World Sub Junior Olympiad, he says. He says he was playing on board number 2 and he was fascinated with the speed and dynamic chess you played.
Was it 2006 or 7
Turkey,
or 8?
he says it's in Turkey.
Oh, it's in Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Advan was playing board 1.
Who was playing board 1? Adivan was playing board 1.
Adiban, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that was such a nice tournament too, because it was a 4-player team event. No. 2008. Did he play also in 2007 in Singapore?
The Junior Olympiad.
Yeah.
This I'm not sure. There is usually 15 seconds delay, so he'll get the voice after 15 seconds and then he will respond. It's I'm so eagerly looking forward to this tomorrow's episode when we will have a lot more people because today everybody is playing this tournament. Setu,
not them. Yeah, Setterman scored 8.5 in 2008
out of
board 2.
Out of
10.
He scored 8.5 out of 9.
Who, Seto?
Yeah.
Oh, was it out of 9?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Setu is saying this is 2008.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, and you played Adiban.
Yeah, I played Adiban, and I think didn't India win the tournament?
Yeah, that's what he said. India won gold. India won gold. Wesley, do you have some more time? Then I would like to go through some just two positions, let's say.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I played Adiban, but Adiban didn't do very well in that
Right.
tournament. Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice tournament to that World Olympiad under 16
Mm-hmm.
because you play with other kids your age and you play as a team.
Look who is online. It's Nadezda. I don't know if it is Nadezda or Hari, but yeah,
Ah,
one of the. This is Nadezda's account. So thanks for joining, and we have.
Harry is playing too, right? Right now.
Sorry.
Harry is probably playing in the Blitz tournament.
No, Hari is not playing in the Blitz tournament. But now the another player also joined, Divya Deshmukh. She is a very young, talented player. She is definitely playing in the Blitz tournament. So I don't know if it got over or if there is a break. So she also joined now. So yeah, the current position which we have in the board, So Wesley was white and Karjakin was black. This is Riga Grand Prix 2019.
Yeah, last year.
Last year. Is this part of preparation also?
He was prepared. I wasn't.
He was prepared. You weren't. Okay.
Yeah, because it was the English and he played this Bishop B4,
Mm-hmm.
and then he after 95 he went back to Bishop C5.
Right.
And when I played E3, I thought he would play A6 or something, so he has Bishop A7.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't. So I thought I just gained a tempo with D4.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was still his preparation after Bishop G4.
Right.
Takes E4. And Knight C3 was already a mistake.
This is a mistake, yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Well, according to the computer.
Yeah, what are we supposed to play here?
I think like H3. Then ES3, HG4.
Mm-hmm.
SG2, King G2. And then probably equal.
Right.
You take C5 beat.
Oh, meanwhile, that's so nice to hear. Hari is saying both Hari and Nadezda both are watching this stream. Thanks, Hari, for joining. He was here just in the afternoon, and now he is also watching. Thank you, Hari, for joining.
Thank you, Hari, and also congratulations on the first over the board tournament on surviving.
Yeah. He played some great games. Actually, today I was seeing some Fisher random games of his. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
Some fascinating games.
Yeah, it was. Hari finished barely second. Yeah, he almost won the tournament.
Well, the thing is, he won the classical event. He also won the Fisher random event. But he tells me that Fisher random is not counted. It is only counted for the tiebreak. So it was a bit unfortunate.
And tiebreak doesn't even matter.
Tiebreak didn't matter. So if they would count Fisher random also, then he would have been the winner.
Yeah, but the thing with BL is a nice tournament, but you need 5 minutes to know how the system works. Like I have even no idea how it works, right?
Yeah.
Like how did Harry get 20 and a half in classical and 6 in
Yeah, they have a strange scoring system. But actually the tournament was conducted in a fantastic way. I mean, with they were sanitizing after every blitz round, and they were maintaining the distance and everything. So it was nice.
And then you have the glass covering.
Yes,
right?
yes. I showed some very nice photo to the audience, like where Hari is playing, with the glass and sometimes with the mask.
Yeah, and no one got sick, so that's a very good sign.
Exactly. So how did you win this particular game?
Sorry? Yeah, after 95 I realized I was in trouble, so I decided to sacrifice a queen. Yeah, rook c takes, and then I got 2 pawns for it. Well, of course, black is better, but over the board is not.
Yeah, I mean, optically looking, it doesn't feel like white is in any danger.
No, but a computer just gives a large advantage for black, like 1.5 something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny if you. That's the difference between people and computers. Because with a human being, it seems like white is not doing that bad with the bishop pair.
Yeah,
But the computer
I also
winning
thought
for
so.
black.
I also thought this is not a big deal. I mean, white should be able to hold. But in the game, you were
Bishop f1.
Aradhya Garg says that after the game, Karjakin said it is the first game where he remembered his preparation and lost. That's very funny.
That's why you don't prepare.
Yeah. Why you cannot? Yeah. By the way, why you cannot take here?
Bishop b4.
Check. And then king doesn't have a square. If king e8, e4, and if king g8, then takes and bishop c4.
Yeah, he missed that. So actually, he shouldn't have played king f8. Yeah, he should go king h8.
That's true. That's true.
But it was also a blitz game, so
yeah,
5-minute blitz game.
Yeah, and now you got the counter.
Yeah, queen c2 was a blunder, right? Or
yeah.
On chat says, "How are you, Wesley? Why were you inactive for so long?" I wonder why.
yeah. But there were not many options. It is not like you are having a lot of tournaments either. What to do? Talking about queen sacrifice, I found you had many like this. Like
about what?
About queen sacrifice. This game is against, I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Okay, Marcin Dziuba?
Shuba.
Shuba.
Yes, this game was very important because this game helped me reach 2700 live rating.
Right, and this is in Iceland.
Yes, Reykjavik Open, my first and only.
First and only, and yeah.
Yeah, so Martin is very solid 2600 Grandmaster. But I think I was still prepared until this point.
You are prepared? This is part of preparation?
Yeah.
Wow. I was not aware.
But white is supposed to be better.
White is better, yeah?
Yeah, supposedly.
So if
it takes
knight d6, yeah? Or
no, bishop f3.
Bishop f3 the skills, right.
Then take. But I actually messed up later on. So on move 29, I messed up.
Okay. Still looks under control.
Yeah, I think after rook b8, I should have played some bishop f1 or something.
Bishop f1,
yeah? Yeah, probably. And the point is after rook b2, I have knight d3.
Sure. And why this doesn't work with the bishop on a4?
No, it does, but just the bishop belongs on
Yeah, bishop belongs somewhere here, yeah.
And later I went back, yeah. So, and I allowed him to push the pawn.
But at the end, somehow you mated him also.
Yeah, bishop d4 was a blunder. I mean, I think
bishop
c7.
He had to stay.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, it looks so scary.
Yeah. I just remember he could have equalized at some point, but he didn't find it.
Right.
p2.
This is also a very nice finish.
Yeah, when he played king f8, I was so surprised. I wasn't sure what he meant.
Okay, not every time you can play knight g8 and checkmate, no?
Yeah. It's like the knight traveled all the way.
Right. Okay, someone is asking, can you show the game that you both played in Isle of Man 2019 where Wesley was white and played g4 check in response to bishop e7 and won? Yes, I'm definitely going to show that, but not today. Tomorrow, I want to show that game and also some of Wesley's game against Magnus in Fisher Random. But for today, it was not on the plan. Talking about queen sacrifice.
Yeah, also I wouldn't force you to show your loss, yeah. Okay. Because we also had some loss.
No, come on. I mean, it's okay with me. I also get to learn where I went wrong and so on. But Wesley, when I was preparing for you in Isle of Man, that is the only line I did not expect you will play. Bishop d5 check.
Ah,
This was completely unexpected for me.
you thought I was going for the Najdorf, right?
Yeah, I thought some kind of night off it will be. And also,
I was quite surprised in that tournament why you only played Najdorf, because you also had many other openings.
Yeah, but the thing was, in Najdorf there were not many games of mine, so I thought like it will be difficult to predict which direction I will go. And very interestingly, later I observed that even here, this game which we played, and when you were white, we started also with Bishop d5 check.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Check knight d.
Yes, it was Bishop d5 check.
Yeah, and later I used it also against Bishi, but it didn't work.
Yes. So another queen sacrifice here. This is in Gibraltar, also 2019.
Yeah, you're right. Take.
There are just so when I was looking at all this different queen sacrifice of yours, I thought maybe you are not materialistic at all. You are okay with giving away material. But then there are so many games where you would, like a brave man, you would take one pawn even and withstand all the attacks.
Because if you think about it, a bishop, rook, and a pawn should not be worse than a queen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because bishop is long-range piece, and then you have a pawn. So actually here is just winning for white after rook e4.
What is your plan like? Or you'll go... Yeah, you
well, to play g3 and attack his pawns.
Yeah.
Rook a1. So yeah, it's just...
very clean.
Yeah, rook c8. Because king f7, I have bishop b4. So. Yeah, and this game came from a Sveshnikov. But it just shows you Sveshnikov it's not so easy to play.
Right. Yeah, and this is winning. All right, one last game for today.
Yeah, you should also show my game against Ding Liren. I think that was one of my nicest games.
Do you want me to pick that now or for tomorrow I should keep?
Yeah, we can look at it now because that's also a queen sack. 2015. Oh, I didn't even know how that works. Yes.
No, that did not work. Wait a second,
let's show off your chess base.
My chess base skill. You were what? You were white or black?
I was white.
So I will find the game like this. This is easiest.
Okay. The Grand Slam.
Which one? This one, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Now I need to get this game here.
Oh, okay.
I have to fix the board a little bit.
So yeah, I must say well done on having a new YouTube channel.
Yeah, I am. I'm actually enjoying. So far I interviewed Anand, Levon, Hari, Anish, Humpy, and then you. And also I'm making some shows with the Indian kids like Nihal, Prag, Ronak, Divya. All these kids would come and we will solve problems together. Some very tough problems, like really very tough. Like, have you done chess.com survival?
Sorry, chess.com?
Chess.com survival problems. Have you done any of chess.com survival problem?
Oh, the one where you do as much as you can?
I can show you. Hang on.
Yeah, I think but I didn't last very long.
So we usually do. We can do one problem at least. I can show you. We are right now on
Yeah.
75. So I'll just.
Wow. Wow, I never got that far.
Okay, but I am going there because also I'm doing it with all these kids, and they are really very sharp.
Yeah.
And, oh no.
No, yeah, we probably cannot compete with the kids in
No,
in past.
yeah, and also in Blitz and Bullets, they're killing me. So let's see. Let's try to
Because
do. Okay, Wesley, if we do 3 wrong, it's already lost, and we have already done two wrong. So this is our last chance. So we are on 82. Let's try to solve this together.
but you have to be very careful, right? Because
We,
one
we
wrong.
we have to be extremely careful. We have to be extremely careful. So this is white to play. Wait, this one? Yeah, this one actually
You solved it before.
we were actually thinking to play knight fg5 and
Knight,
rook f6. That was our idea.
knight g5, king g8, rook f6.
Yes, because we also did not find what else if not knight fg5.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Knight
what
g5, rook f6, rook takes.
knight g5. Where do you go? King to g8.
Yeah.
So rook
Rook f6,
f6.
rook takes. E takes.
Takes. This looks like winning. Queen
Queen
check somewhere.
king h3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what else because if I take sorry, if I take here, it just this falls. If I take here, it doesn't make sense to me. Also there is no. He'll just take. Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
But then I have knight g5.
Then he plays knight d8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so maybe also that works.
So check. But he can
Maybe
also go here. Yeah?
on g8. Knight takes c8, rook takes c8.
This
Can you
doesn't.
play rooks?
This he cannot take, no, because I have king g1.
Yeah.
Is Hari still watching the show or not? Let me see it.
Maybe he can solve it.
Mm-hmm. Should I go knight g5 then?
Yeah, let's try.
Let's try.
Okay, wow.
I would think rook f6 somehow. Yes. Then in the chat somebody said this position came second time. I also have a feeling that I have seen this position, and I think Divya was also there when we. I feel it was rook
True.
f6.
Okay.
Hari is on the chat. Beautiful. Hari is on the chat. Let's make him a moderator. And okay, let's try rook f6. No, it's wrong. Oh.
Oh.
Oh no. We should have.
What was
We can check the answer, but we should have waited for Hari's approval.
yeah. Rook takes king takes f8, queen c4.
You see, these problems are not easy at all. Like, this is not an easy move.
Oh, queen c4.
I mean, how much time it would have found? It would have taken us to find this this combination. It's really difficult.
Yeah, now actually after queen c4, you're not even sure why white is winning.
Exactly. This is
king take.
King takes queen c4. This is so counterintuitive.
Like, why is this plus 5.5?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like king g8, knight f6.
Yeah.
King h8, knight e6.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, probably you should leave this to the kids. Yeah,
kids are killing. Yeah. But this is
yeah, like knight e6, queen f5. Yeah, I guess this is winning.
Yeah.
Oh wow, queen d7.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult problem. Oh, sorry. We were looking at your game against Ding.
This was also a nice combination of pieces against the queen.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can. Oh no, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Oh, did I? No, it's fine. No, you are right.
So this was the last time he played the King's Indian. Castle, knight c6, d5.
Ding was playing King's Indian, yeah?
Yeah, he used to play only King's Indian.
At some point, yeah. But nowadays not,
yeah.
right?
No. Nowadays he plays So.
Right.
But 6 years ago, 5 years ago, he used to play only King's Indian every single time.
Right, right. This is a very old line, no? The c5 and b4.
Yeah.
Actually, now.
Yeah, what I like is that the knight is very passive on e6.
Mm-hmm. I actually don't even remember by now who found this c5, but I know it's a very, very old line.
Was it Kramnik or no?
Possible.
No, Pickett. Bishop e1. Yeah, now we rear out the knight to f2.
Mm-hmm. I see in the chat they say where is this? Let me show it to you. Yeah, it says Korchonai idea. Kirambi says it was Korchonai idea. Okay.
Yeah, it's always nice to play this against the King's Indian.
Seturaman in chat says Wesley has many nice victories in King's Indian.
I think, yeah.
Would you explain your next move to the audience?
What, g4?
Mm-hmm.
Or
g4, yeah. No, sorry. I mean, here. Why did you play queen a3?
Queen a3. Yeah, queen a3, so I can move my knight because I'm threatening to play knight takes d6 next move.
Mm-hmm.
So I move my knight away from the pin.
Right.
Yeah, also with Seto, I like his match against Anish in 2017 in the World Cup.
Ah, yes, that was very nice game.
Yeah, also he was working with Chuchilov, I believe, at that time.
Right.
And just totally crushed Anish in the Nadorf.
Yeah. But Setu said you are probably one of the only top players with whom he never played. I think it was Setu who mentioned. You never played with Setu, right?
Ah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, he played Harikrishna twice in the World Cup and not me.
Yes. So Ding took knight takes b4. Understandable because this knight was not going anywhere.
Yeah, and it's good. Yeah. Bishop b5. Queen e7. Oh yeah, so queen f8 was better, I guess.
But it's a very interesting way of regrouping. Yeah, you are not afraid. Yeah, you're also this
I'm
is
just in
threatened.
time.
Just also this is threatened in some
Yeah, the
cases.
third piece. And here after knight cd1, you should have played knight f4. Then who knows what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, this is very complicated. I have no idea. Ding played a6. I'm trying to understand why he played a6. It's very simple. Yeah, he probably wanted to play knight f4, but first he wanted to simply move your bishop, and actually he just did not see the queen sacrifice.
Yeah, he totally underestimated the queen sacrifice.
Right. I have a question in the chat. Meanwhile, it says, "Sir, can you ask Wesley? I was analyzing one of your games and was confused that where did you get wrong? Your match against Carlsen from white, you played Scotch and lost to him, where he sacrificed d6. I don't remember which game he's talking about.
Yeah, I think it was 2017, the Singfield Cup. But yeah, I don't remember sacrifice d6. Wait. 2017. Let me look at that game brief.
Right.
Yeah, I just remember I was in very bad form in that tournament. So
right. Okay, so you give Queen E8 check, King G7. I'm 100% sure he missed this. Otherwise, he would not play A6. It's such a beautiful idea.
yeah. You know, I get 3 pieces for the queen, and he has no attack. So maybe you're right. He totally didn't expect that.
Right. Okay, I know how I'm going to end this stream. After we see this game, we have some sort of challenge from Harikrishna. We will set this position, and then that's how we are going to end the stream. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Rook C7.
Yeah, also the end of this game was very nice. King H2.
And now your pieces are coming slowly.
Yeah, and they're all protected, yeah. Like knight's protected, bishop.
Yeah, this is beautiful actually. Everything is protected.
And also the way I promoted my F pawn later. Everyone's protecting everybody. Rook takes. Rook F7, Rook F5. Yeah, like knight H6 and then F6, F7.
And even now, actually, this bishop is indirectly protected.
Ah, that's true. So if he played Queen G7, also F6.
Yes.
And now everyone's protected. F7, yeah, Bishop E7. And the good thing is I have 3 pieces for the queen. So if he sacrifices it for 2 pieces, then he's still down 1 piece.
Yes.
Check. And here everything's still protected. Knight F3, Bishop F4.
Beautiful.
No.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's.
Yes, I probably.
Let's set up this position, yeah. What Hari gave. Okay, so I have to get to the chat. White king. King h8, rook c6, bishop c4, king h8, c6. Bishop c4, he said. Pawn c3, d6, f6. Black king a4. It says rook f5, rook b7, knight c8, pawn a7. Seriously, this is the position? King h8, rook c6, bishop c4, c3, d6, f6.
King h8, rook c6, c3, d6, f6.
King a4, rook f5, rook b7, knight c8, pawn a7, white to play and win. I will just put I will just put the position out and ask Hari if this is the position he meant. No, not this. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I remember in Israel last year in December, Harry was analyzing with his second in the lobby, right? Solving some puzzles.
Who's second?
Harry's second.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the lobby solving some puzzles.
Right.
So that's what Harry does to warm up for the tournament.
Right. Hari, can you confirm if this is the position if we set it right? Hari says right. All right. This is white to play, guys.
Yeah, white to play.
Yeah. So in the chat, Aditya Mittal, who is an international master, he says, how about rook a6, rook a5, f7? With the idea, rook takes f7, bishop f7, rook into a6, and then bishop e8 check followed by d7. But I don't think it ends there.
Oh, why? Because he's got rook h6?
Yes.
So rook a6, rook a5, f7, rook takes, bishop takes, rook a6, bishop. But also you could play d7 before bishop e8, I suppose.
Meanwhile, we see players are joining. Vaibhav Suri, Grandmaster, he also joined. I think once the tournament finished, now people are finally coming in.
Yes. Wait.
And King f8, d7, knight b6, and probably then knight.
Sorry, when? Rook a6?
Yeah, so black will play King a5 at the end. And after d7, he'll play knight b6. So, I mean,
wow.
How was it? Yeah, so here, f7, here, bishop f7, check, here, check.
Knight b6.
Somewhere, I guess I'll have to go to g7, and then he'll play some kind of knight b6 somewhere.
No, I think knight b6 instead.
Knight b6. Sorry?
Instead of rook h6.
Instead of rook a6 check, right? And then I'll play knight. Can I or not?
Then you just lose, yeah.
Then I'll lose.
Oh, you play rook. No?
Yeah, rook.
Promote
rook.
knight c4. Knight c4, rook d5, and then rook d5. Oh no.
And king goes to d8. Yeah.
Yeah.
But why not bishop b5?
When?
After rook d5 check. There is knight e3. No.
Knight e3.
That doesn't work.
Or rook a3.
Alright.
Oh, so we're not winning.
Sorry?
We're not winning here.
We are not winning. Why didn't we start with d7 here? Then knight d6.
Yeah, and then knight f7.
Yeah.
Knight b6.
There is another grandmaster who joined. Vishnu Prasanna. He says there is king d8. Yeah, king d8. That's what we saw. King
d8,
bishop b5. It
wow.
goes on. It goes on.
Rook a5, rook d5.
That should win. That should win.
Oh, so f7. I guess this is all forced.
This is all forced, yeah. Here. And then
d8 rook.
d8 rook. Knight c4 I have to play, no? Where else can I go? If I go here?
Yeah. Rook d5 and rook d6.
Yeah. But is that winning? Yes, that's winning, yeah.
Yeah, because we cannot approach.
Yeah. So knight c4.
Rook d5. Rook b5. Rook c5. And the bishop b5. That's actually nice. Nice, this one works. Very nice.
Yeah.
Rook a5, rook d5.
Lovely. And Hari says...
Black cannot capture the pawn on c3.
Yeah. And Harikrishna says, bravo. Yeah, thanks Hari for giving the problem. By the way, Wesley, this Chess Base India is Sagar. He says, nice to see you after such a long time. Greetings to Lotis and the entire family. Well, and as yeah, go on.
Yeah, we've actually been wondering how Sagar is doing. It seems so long.
Yeah. And tomorrow definitely we'll have more people watching from the beginning, because I was not aware that Chess Base India is having this Blitz tournament. Thanks Wesley for spending so much time and being so patient and going through all these games. Tomorrow I'll select some games, but I think I'll also ask you what are the games that you would like to show. That would be very interesting. So you can also pick some of those games.
Oh, if I can remember, yeah. Thank you.
I will definitely also pick some games from Fisher Random, where you bet Magnus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Some very nice games there.
We get unbeatable in chess.
Right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Special thanks to Hari also. Like, he came in the stream and then again he gladly joined. And thanks for the problems. Loved it. And tomorrow Lotis will also join. So that's a fantastic thing that I'm also looking forward to. To all the audience, I would like to say, if you have any question to Wesley and Lotis, please send me in advance so that I can put it on the stream well in advance.
Thank you to everyone who's watching, following. How did the Blitz tournament go?
Yeah, I'm sure there are many players who would say who won. What are the standings of Blitz tournament, by the way? And also, it will be good to know if there is any Blitz tournament tomorrow.
The same time tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we do same time. So it will be at 8:30 p.m. Indian time. Somebody can tell who won the Blitz tournament? This is Wesley. This is Lalit Babu. I'm sure you also know him. This is Rohit Lalit. That's Lalit Babu, another Indian grandmaster.
Yeah, I played him in Gibraltar.
Uh-huh. Somebody says, Aradhya says Jahangir was was champion in this tournament. Vakid of Jahangir.
Bucket.
Vakid of
Yeah,
Jahangir. Mhm. No, Vakid of
I
Jahangir
see.
or Norbidek. I don't know. Norbidek.
Abdu Satorob.
Right. All right. We'll check it out. We'll check it out later.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you, Wesley, once again for giving so much time.
Thank you, Surya, and best of luck. And thank you to everyone who followed, and also special thanks to the Grandmasters, to Harikrishna, and to Setoraman, and to everyone who joined today. Very helpful and very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. And
Okay.
I'm personally looking forward to some very exciting games.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
Uh, hey, thanks guys for joining. Please don't forget that tomorrow it will be same time at 8:30 p.m. And yeah, I once again request whatever questions you have, if you could kindly either WhatsApp me or Instagram me. This time I don't have Google form, but from next stream onwards, I'll make sure I have that. So please send me the questions well in advance, and we will of course go through many of Wesley's games. Uh, One of the very humble and nicest person I have came across. Mm, yeah, everybody saw, yeah, like how patient he was and how humble he is. Once again, thanks everyone for joining. A special shout out to Harikrishna for coming to the stream and also joining in the chat. And thanks for the position, guys. Thanks for the position, Hari. Uh, See you guys. See you tomorrow at 8:30. Bye bye.